Before I get into my remarks this morning, I'd like to just make note that Senator Birdwell is on a phone. They're out of power in West, and he is monitoring this press conference over the phone. So, Senator Birdwell, thank you for being with us this morning, and for in his district a very tragic, difficult 16 hours for all of us and all of our friends and loved ones and individuals who have friends and loved ones who have watched this unfold from afar. I know they're very anxious for information. I want to start by saying thank you to the emergency management folks here. Nim Kidd's going to speak here in a few minutes, and Steve McCraw, and there's a host of our other state agency heads that are here with us today, and but particularly to the people of the community of West, those local officials, their mayor, the police, and this is citizens that have responded to this tragedy, neighbors who are working to take care of each other right now. Just a great deal of thanks for that spirit. I've been in touch with the emergency officials throughout the night, and this morning talked to the McLennan County Mayor Scott Felton earlier this morning, to Congressman Flores, and President Obama called from Air Force One as he was en route to Boston, and we greatly appreciate his call and his gracious offer of support, of course, and a very quick turnaround of the emergency declaration that will be forthcoming, and his offer of prayers. We greatly appreciate the President for his call. Also spoken to the local officials to make sure they have all the support and assistance that they need from the state. To that end, I am declaring McLennan County a disaster. We'll request an emergency declaration from the President. I also want to commend the hard work put in again by Chief Kidd and his team at the Texas Division of Emergency Management. They quickly responded to this disaster. It is unfortunate for us that we face both natural and man-made disasters all too often in this state, but the bright side of that is that we've got the finest emergency management team in this country. And it is very important to stress that at this point, much of the information that we have is still very preliminary, and more information is coming in all the time. I want to take a few minutes to provide an overview for the state's response. Throughout the night, there were state agencies who were on the ground to assist. They will remain there as long as they are requested and needed. Texas Department of Public Safety is securing the area for law enforcement personnel to conduct the business and to maintain public safety. Texas Task Force 1 and 2, as well as the Texas National Guard, are assisting with an active search and rescue operation. Texas Department of Transportation is handling traffic flow for the affected areas, and we have officials from the Texas Commission of Environmental Quality who are monitoring air quality. Pipelines in the area are being monitored closely. The gas distribution system to homes has been disconnected, and it is our understanding that those are being both double and triple checked before any service will go back on to those homes. The Texas Department of State Health Services has been on the ground with ambulance buses, with a mobile hospital, and other resources. The Texas Education Agency, because there was a intermediate school within close proximity, is working with the local school district to coordinate any immediate needs in the district. Last night was truly a nightmare scenario for that community. But as I said earlier, we're blessed in this state to have the best emergency management team in the country, and they certainly were at their best last night, along with the citizens. West is a really small community, and just a few thousand people. Anyone who grew up like your dad did, Doc, in a small town like West, they know that this tragedy has most likely hit every family. It's touched practically everyone in that town. So I ask all Texans and Americans to join me and Anita in keeping them in our prayers, and our first responders who are still, in some cases, may be in harm's way as they work their way through the search and rescue operation. So with that said, I'd like for Chief Nim Kidd to give us the most current update, and then the Lieutenant Governor will have a response, and then we'll open it up to questions from those of you in the media. Thank you. Chief?
Thank you, Governor. I first would like to say that my heart and my prayers go out to the first responders and the families in West. Sitting there with them last night as they were going through active search and rescue, they were dedicated to the cause. Incidents like this tend to overwhelm local governments pretty quickly, and I can tell you with unwavering uncertainty, the first responders in West did a remarkable job of caring for their community. From caring for the injured, setting up a triage system, setting up transportation systems, making sure the appropriate patients got to the appropriate health care facility in a remarkable time. We have reports of law enforcement officers assisting in loading up patients in the back of patrol cars to get them to health care needs. The outpouring of support from the community has been remarkable, but today it will not be over. This will be a longer-term event. Most of the houses in that area, if you have seen, have had some significant damage to them, and we will continue to work with the local officials in order to make sure that they get all of the state and federal resources that are available to them. At this time, we have no unmet need request from the local government. The Department of Public Safety and Division of Emergency Management officials are working hand in hand with the mayor and the county judge and their emergency management coordinators and staff to make sure that all state resources at their request have been delivered. And I'll tell you frankly, we have demobilized some resources already because of the outpouring of support from the communities around there. And so I appreciate all that you're doing. Please get that message out to protect those first responders and keep supporting them any way you can. Thank you.
Governor, Chief, last night was tragic. Here you had first responders, volunteer firemen who were fighting a fire. An explosion occurred. People were all over the town were knocked back 10 feet, some through windows, some into their bathrooms, out of bed. Homes were destroyed in an X block radius of the explosion. Our prayers go out to every one of the families, everyone who is injured. And I want to say how supportive we will be. Governor Perry, Chief Kidd explained it, but the legislature will be absolutely supportive to do everything we can to help provide the resources and help the citizens of this tragedy move forward, which over the years I've seen Texans move forward after Hurricanes Rita and Dolly and Ike and explosions, and we'll move forward. But it's a painful time for the people in West, and our prayers go out to them.
Thank you, David. Governor, thank you. Just one other piece of information that would like to you and the media to make available to the public is if there are questions about any family members, and the American Red Cross is the point at this time to coordinate any information about missing family members, et cetera, and that is a 211 number that they have made available. So at this particular point in time, any request of information about their family members or friends that are missing, 211 is the appropriate way to access that.